Welcome to Summertown High School for our middle school game tonight. For our regional game, the TMSAA tournament here being held at Summertown tonight. And then it'll carry on to Richland tomorrow for the winners to compete to go on for the championship. Tonight leading off for Summertown on the pitcher's mound will be number 14, John Colby. Behind the plate will be Graham Howell. Playing first will be Braden Keaton. Playing second, Aidan Perez. At shortstop, Ryder Blackwood. At third base, Elijah Huckabee. In left field will be Jake Pettis. Center field, Cecil Williams. And right field, Max Dillard. And we'll be taking on Mount Pleasant tonight. Joe, I hope we start off here with some good pitches and some good defense to make a short, sweet top of the first here for us.
Not started very well lately.
Yeah, Nathan. Last couple games we've started slow. We've had some errors in the field. We need to try to cut those down today.
And I may not have stated there when I first came on, this is a must-win tonight, so whoever loses this game tonight will not advance to tomorrow's tournament.
That is correct. Nice day for some baseball today.
It is. It's beautiful outside today, and it's actually warm.
Finally.
Set up here without gloves and a hoodie on tonight. And the wind's almost calm. We've got a little wind, but it ain't very bad. Okay, here we go with pitch number 1. And that's a hit into left field. Will be a base hit. So Mount Pleasant will have the first batter of the game on. Immediately following this game, Summertown High School will be playing against CA.
That's a quick way for Mount Pleasant to start on the offense there, Nathan.
There's a first pitch strike to that batter. Yeah, Joe, that ain't what we was looking for, but hopefully we can get a ground ball here for a double play to get 2 outs here pretty quick. There he squares to bunt. He does bunt it out in front of the plate. Pitcher throws 2 first for the first out of the game. The runner will advance to second, so Mount Pleasant will have a runner on second with 1 out.
Yeah, if that ball would have been a little bit back up towards the pitcher up the middle, he might could have got that out at second instead of first, but
there's a called strike on the first pitch. The batter watches it. Pitch number 2 is low and in the dirt for ball 1.
We've got 3 people watching. We're doing good.
That ball is inside for a called ball. It'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. It's on the outside corner. He watches it go by for strike number 2. There's another base hit into left field, and it will get by the left fielder. A run will score. Runner turns and makes his way to second on a pass ball by the left fielder. So Mount Pleasant will have a runner on second base now with 1 out, and they lead 1-0 here in the top of the first. Pitch 1 is a called strike. Another called strike. So it'll be 0-2.
The batter didn't seem to think that ball was a strike there, Nathan, but
There's a swing and miss, but it gets past the catcher. Throw down to first, and he is called out. The runner will advance to third base for Mount Pleasant with 2 outs. Yeah, Joe, those are, no matter if you like them or not, if the umpire calls them a ball or a strike, them are non-negotiable.
yep. I think we realized that with Spring Hill a couple nights ago. As their coach got escorted to the parking lot for arguing balls and strikes.
Adam talks so low, I always turn him way up.
The first pitch was a strike on the outside corner. Pitch number 2 is fouled off by Mount Pleasant's dugout. So it'll be 0-2. There's another base hit into left field. Run will score. Runner will advance to second, and he is called safe. So quickly, Mount Pleasant jumps out front 2-0 here, Joe.
Yeah, that's not the way we wanted this inning to start.
Every game starts like this.
But, I mean, it's nothing we're not used to. We can try to battle back after this.
First pitch is a ball high. That one's low for ball number 2. That one's above the batter's head for ball 3. The runner will advance to third base. Four pitch walk. So they'll have runners on the corner at first and third with 2 outs. Pitch number 1 is a fly ball into left field. It'll be caught by Max Dillard for out number 3. So Mount Pleasant did score 2 here in the top half of the first inning, and we'll be back shortly.
Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning. Leading things off for Summertown is number 5, Aidan Perez. First pitch is outside for ball 1.
You hardly ever see a pitcher come in to the first batter and throw from the stretch.
Yeah. Aiden almost looked like he was wanting to bunt a ball there, and he does bunt it. Second pitch bunted. Back to the pitcher who makes the play for out number 1. Up next for Summertown is number 17, Ryder Blackwood. I almost bet you this is a bunt too, Nathan. First pitch to Blackwood, bunted down the third base line. Foul.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bet with you there, Joe.
Blackwood steps back in for the 0-1 pitch. Watch is called strike for strike number 2. That pitch is lifted in the air, out of play at the first base dugout. Way out in front of that one, Nathan. He's going to have to sit back and wait on it so he can drive it.
Yeah, they're going to have to be patient and take good at bats in the box.
That pitch is high for a ball. Should have 1-2 count here. Pitch is outside for ball 2. Even it up at 2-2.
Needs to look for something to hit right here.
Yeah, he needs to sit back, wait on it. Try to drive it somewhere right here. Pitch is high.
There's a good gap up the middle there. Just get it on the ground up through there.
Yeah, if he can get it by the pitcher, there's a big old gap between second base and shortstop. This will be a full count pitch. It is fouled back out of play. Count stays full. That pitch is high for ball 4.
Ryder took him a lot of pitches there. I'm not sure how many he threw to Ryder, but it was several.
Yeah, he worked the pitcher there. Next up for Summertown will be number 3, Graham Howe.
You got to take this first pitch and let Ryder get the second.
See what Blackwood does here at first base, Nathan. He goes. Pitch is high for ball 1. He is in there safe with no throw.
So that'll put us a runner in scoring position if Graham can connect.
We've got 1 out, runner on second, and a 1-0 count to catcher Graham Howe, who has been hitting the ball well lately. Is that Pitch is called strike on the outside corner. Even it up 1-1. Graham's 1-2, like our whole lineup. They're going to have to sit back and wait on this pitch. That ball's hit hard up the middle. Shortstop makes a play on it for out number 2. That does advance Blackwood to third base.
Cecil Williams coming to the plate with Braden Keaton on deck.
See if Cecil can't do something here to get that run across. The second baseman's still playing really close to first. Like something on this side of the second base bag. He lifts it in the air, foul down first base line. First baseman makes the catch for out number 3. That's how your first inning will end. Mount Pleasant 2, Summertown nothing. We'll be back in the top of the second.
Welcome back to the top of the second inning. Pitch number 1 is in there for a ball on the inside corner, off the inside corner. Pitch number 2 hit him, so they'll have a runner on first base.
With no outs.
The second batter of the inning will step in for Mount Pleasant. It's a fly ball into right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. The throw to first, and he's called safe.
Throw was kind of high there. Guess it pulled Braden off the bag. I believe this is their leadoff kid back up, Nathan.
I'm pretty sure this is the kid that hit it to left field last time. So very quickly here, they get a runner on first and second with no outs. That ball is in the dirt for ball 1. We've already got activity in our bullpen as Knox Calton's up throwing. Pitch number 2 is hit to third base. He bobbles, but he does tag him out for out number 1. So Elijah stayed with it to get the out, the force out there. So they do have runners now on first and second.
Whatever we got to do to get the outs, Nathan.
Hey, we'll take the outs. There's a fly ball over toward first base as Braden Keaton runs in to make the catch for out number 2 in foul territory. There's a fly ball into left field. Pettis is under it for out number 3. So that's a good inning there for the Eagles with no run scoring by Mount Pleasant. So the score is still 2-0.
Not a bad way to end it there after allowing the first 2 on.
We just got to come back and get our bats hot now and put some runs on the board here, Joe.
Yeah, we've got to try to do something here, Nathan. We're struggling hitting off this kid, but maybe we won't struggle this inning, or maybe once our guys see him for a second time, they'll be ready for it.
We'll be back shortly.
Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning. Leading things off for Summertown will be number 11, Braden Keaton. First pitch to Keaton is outside and low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch fouled back into the net for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch called strike 2.
Looked like he threw a little breaking ball in there on him.
Yeah, it looked to have a little bit of movement there. Got to be ready for the same pitch here with 2 strikes. There it is. Fouled out of play behind the first base dugout. Count still 1-2. That pitch is high for a ball, even it up, 2-2.
We could sure use a hit right here, Joe.
Yeah, hit would be big. Two. Hard shot to the second baseman, who makes the play, and the out at first. They're shading everybody towards first base over there with their second baseman. Up next for Summertown is number 14, John Colby Stanley. See if he can't do something here. First pitch is lifted to the air. Shortstop will make the play on it for out number 2.
Is a no-hitter going so far?
Next up is number 52, Jake Pettis. Ball's outside for ball 1.
They've got the second baseman shielded toward first, and they got the center fielder toward left.
One O's outside for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. The 2-1 pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2.
Looked like it was in the other batter's box from here, but the umpire differs.
Yeah. It's one of those things, I guess. That pitch is lifted in the air down the first base line. First baseman makes the out for out number 3. That's how your second inning will end. Mount Pleasant 2, Summertown 0. We'll be back in the top of the 3rd.
Welcome back here to the top part of the 3rd inning. This batter number 1 from Mount Pleasant steps into the plate. First pitch is a ball low in the dirt. Pitch number 2 is high for ball 2. Pitch number 3 hits him, so they'll have a runner on with no outs here in the top of the 3rd.
They've had leadoff batters on base all 3 innings now, Nathan.
Yeah, we've not got the first batter out yet. Batter squares for a bunt. It's back to the pitcher. Throw it on the first for the first out. So that'll be one away here in the top of the third. Runner did advance to second base on the play. Joe, I'm gonna say they're gonna watch for a bunt here too.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Ball's low and by the catcher. Runner will take third. We got to block those. That one should have been blocked there.
Yeah, Graham's got to get down on that ball right there and keep it in front of him.
Pitch is inside for ball 2. It's a called strike on the outside corner. So count now 2-1. There's a hit to second base. He's going to throw home, and he drops the ball. The runner is safe. We need to get that for sure out at first right there.
Yeah, we need to give that run up there and get the second out at first base. I agree.
So 3-1 3-0 Mount Pleasant with one out. There's a base hit into left field.
Field the ball. Gracious.
We'll have runners at first and second now with one out. Pitch is down the middle for a strike. That ball was low. He golfed it into foul territory on the third base side for strike number 2. Ball is low in the dirt. So far, Joe, we hadn't even had a pick yet.
No, we haven't. Hadn't picked off. Hadn't tried to pick off.
Either side has not had a pick yet. There's a hit to short. He bobbles. All runners are safe.
Talk to the infield. Talk to everybody.
We've got to make that play right there, Nathan.
Yeah, we're not looking too sharp tonight, Joe.
So we stop the stream.
It's a called strike on the outside corner.
As they do have their leadoff guy on deck over there.
That ball is low and in the dirt.
Good job by Graham to keep that ball in front of him there.
It's a called strike for strike number 2.
Feels like 1 or 2 more runs is no chance to come back.
Count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out.
Really need to get this guy right here.
There's a swing. And the pitcher throws it away at home plate, and the run does score. I think we got to have a timeout right here, Joe.
Yeah, I would agree. Coach Burleson's definitely going to have to come out and talk to the infield. These are the errors I had mentioned earlier that we've been struggling with here lately.
I haven't seen our team play this bad in a while. So we're going to take a quick break. Welcome back. Knox Cowton will now be your pitcher for Summertown. Bases will be loaded and 1 out. Is that correct, Will?
You are correct.
Pitch 1 is a fly ball into right field as Max Dillard is under it. Runner does tag and scores. The runner from second did move up to third on the play. So it'll be 5-0 Mount Pleasant, the top of the third with 2 outs. First pitch is fouled off behind the plate, out of play for strike number 1. It's a grounder to second. We'll throw to second for the 3rd out. So after the top part of the 3rd complete, Mount Pleasant up 5-0. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning here. Leading things off for Summertown will be 25, Elijah Huckabee. First pitch to Huckabee's inside for strike one. And that pitch is hitting a 5-6 hole to left field for a base hit. Nathan, that's our first hit of the game.
There goes the no-hitter, and we finally get a runner on base.
Our second
runner on base.
base runner for the game.
Yeah, I'm talking by hitting the baseball.
Next up for Summertown is number 13, Max Dillard. See if he can't do something here to get back to Aiden, leadoff guy.
We need to get Huckabee moved on up to second base to at least try to get one run on the board. There's the first pick of the game. It's thrown away. Huckabee will advance to second base. We've had our bad innings, Joe. Maybe it's their turn.
I sure hope so.
Kids are kids. They're going to make mistakes.
Yeah, they are. The first pitch to Dillard is bunted down the third base line. Third baseman does not go after the ball. Dillard will be safe. Huckabee will advance to third base. We have runners on the corners. No outs with leadoff Aidan Perez coming up.
I'm going to almost say, Joe, we can probably look for the same play right here.
I would agree. Let's see if the top of our lineup, second time through, can't do something here. They've seen him. They know what he's got. Let's see if we can't make something happen.
Unless Max moves on the first pitch, and that could be possibly what's going down here, too. There's nobody covered.
I was going to say, you might as well just go. First pitch to Perez is a strike. Max Dillard will advance to second base. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off down the third base line for strike two.
We could use a hit right now between the second baseman and second base.
Yeah, he's still shaded
Huge
way
gap
to
if we can get it
first
up the
base.
middle.
We can get something on the first base side of second base. It'll be golden. If that pitch is inside for a ball, bring your count to 1-2.
It's about too close to take there, Joe.
Yeah, that pitch was close. 1-2 pitch. Hit fair down the third base line. Left fielder makes a play on it, throws home. Both runners are safe as Perez gets a stand-up double there to get us 2 runs on the board. Scores Mount Pleasant 5, Summertown 2. Coming up next is Ryder Blackwood. Runner on second, no outs.
Say we'll probably see a bunt right here also.
I would almost think so.
Aiden took third on that one. The third baseman had pulled up. Nobody is covering.
Yeah, it was heads up there by Aiden.
Say Ryder may swing away now.
What was the first pitch? Was it a ball or a strike?
I think it was a ball, wasn't
Okay.
it? I might be wrong.
We're going to go with a ball anyways. That pitch is bunted at for strike one.
Strike one, strike two.
That pitch is lifted in the air to left field for a base hit.
We did score a run there.
We will tack on another. Your score is Mount Pleasant 5, Summertown 3. Runner on first base, no outs, with catcher Graham Howell stepping into the box.
Need to get Ryder to second on his first pitch.
I'm going to say he's going to go. He does. First pitch is a ball. Ryder is throwed out, trying to steal second base.
He got a real late jump there.
He did. Catcher made a good throw on it. Umpires are meeting about something. All right, now we've got one out, nobody on for catcher Graham Howell. He does have a 1-0 count. That pitch is low and outside for ball 2. That ball's hit hard to third. Third baseman bobbles it. Howell will be safe at first.
Got to give credit to the third baseman there. He took a hard shot at him and kept it in front of him.
He did. Great job there by the third baseman. Next up for Summertown is number 10, Cecil Williams. We've got a runner on first with 1 out. First pitch to Williams is called strike. Howell will steal second base. He moves into scoring position here.
Need a big hit by Cecil right here. There it is, if it's fair. Oh,
That
he
ball
caught it.
was caught by the left fielder
That's a
for
good
out
catch.
number 2.
A good catch and a good hit.
Next up for Summertown will be number 11, Braden Keaton. So we've got a runner on second base now with 2 outs. That ball is hit into right field. He will be safe at first base as the right fielder tries to get Howell going home. Howell is safe at home.
He had Braden nailed at first, but he threw it to home, which is good for us.
That is good for us. Now batting is number 1, Knox Calton. First pitch called strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch is high for ball 1. Even your count up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch hit back up the middle to the shortstop, who will make the play to second for out number 3. And after 3 innings, your score is Mount Pleasant 5, Summertown 4. We'll be back in the top of the 4th.
Welcome back here in the top of the 4th inning as Mount Pleasant leads 5-4. There's a hit to second base, and it'll be caught by Aidan Perez for the first out of the inning. This will be a 1 pitch, 1 out for pitcher Knox Calton.
How many pitches do you think he threw when he first came in? I didn't. About 4? 3 or 4?
First pitch outside for ball number 1. Pitch number 2 is a called strike on the outside corner. Mount Pleasant's got some action in their bullpen. There's a called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Ball low. There's a swing and miss for strike number 3 for the second out of the inning. As Knox records his first strikeout of the game. Joe, that was a good pitch by you boy there.
That was a good pitch. I'm going to try to sit over here and be quiet.
I know the feeling. The called strike for pitch number 1.
I've been telling him all year when he gets his opportunity, he better take full advantage of it.
Ball is low for ball number 1. Pitch is outside for a ball. The count now 2-1. There's a high fly ball to second base. Perez is under it. 4 out, number 3. So 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 4th. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th. Leading things off for Summertown is number 52, Jake Pettis. Mount Pleasant did make a pitching change. First pitch to Pettis is hit on the ground to second base. Makes the play to first for out number 1. Next up is number 25, Elijah Huckabee.
He had a good base hit his last at bat.
First pitch to Huckabee. Grounded to third. Third baseman makes the play to first for out number 2.
2 pitches, 2 outs.
Nathan Mount Pleasant started this inning with 2 pitches and 2 outs.
Yeah, we got to break that right here.
Next up for Summertown is number 13, Max Dillard.
As Will said, just don't swing at the first pitch.
That pitch is above his head for ball 1. One 0 pitch is high for ball 2. Two 0 pitch is in the dirt.
I'll say he's going to have the take sign right here.
I would agree. We got a 3-0 count.
But I have been wrong before.
3-0 pitch. Called strike 1. Got to be ready for that same pitch right here and jump all over it. Three 1 pitch. Inside for ball 4. Next up for Summertown will be number 5, Aiden Perez, as we've got a runner on first with 2 outs.
So we're at the top of our lineup.
The pitcher steps off the mound. Runner goes. First pitch is a ball. Dillard is safe at second.
So a base hit right here could tie it up.
Very well could. The 1-0 pitch. Lifted into left field.
It's going to be in the
It's
gap.
down in the gap and is rolling to the fence. Perez will get an RBI double to tie the ball game there.
All right, we get back to an even slate here, Joe. We got to play our game now.
We've got to take full advantage right here. Stepping up for Summertown is number 17, Ryder Blackwood. First pitch to Blackwood's outside corner, strike 1.
He squared the bunt and pulled it back.
The 0-1 pitch, squared the bunt, bunted down the third base line. He will be safe. Perez moves up to third base. As we have runners on the corners, 2 outs for catcher Graham Howe.
This is big if we can get a couple runs in right here.
See if they try to get Ryder in a run down here to score Perez. Ryder goes, ball's lifted to shallow center. It's down for a base hit. Perez will score. Ryder advances to third base.
Think he's supposed to swing at that?
Brings your score Summertown 6, Mount Pleasant 5. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for Cecil Williams.
He's supposed to swing. They always send that runner. Well, that worked out great.
First pitch to Williams is low for a ball. Howell will advance to second base. Got 2 runners in scoring position, Nathan.
Yeah, here's where another base hit could cash in on 2 more runs.
That pitch is high over the catcher's head.
I think we missed an opportunity right there to put another run across the board.
So that is a 2-0 count. That pitch is cut on and missed for strike 1. That'll bring the count to 2-1. That pitch is bunted down the third base line. He will be safe at first. None of the other runners advance. We will have bases loaded. 2 outs for number 11, Braden Keaton. That pitch is over his head for ball 1.
Need a big hit right here.
That pitch is fouled off his foot. Yeah, something in the gap out here. We got speed on first, second, and third base.
Good line drive shot up the middle. Will be great.
That ball's fouled back into the net. That'll make the count 1-2. One-two pitch. Grounded up the middle to the second baseman, who makes the play to first for out number 3. So after 4 innings, your score is Summertown 6, Mount Pleasant 5. We'll be back in the top of the 5th.
Welcome back to the top of the 5th inning. Summertown did take the lead. We're now up 6-5. Knox Calton's first pitch is a line drive to second baseman Aidan Perez for out number 1. Big man on the hill is putting them in there, Joe.
Yeah, put them in there, let them hit it, see what we can do with it.
Let the defense work. First pitch is a ball outside. Second pitch is outside for ball number 2.
He's going to have to find the zone here.
Hey, let's go one.
Mom's fired up now, hollering at him. He's going to put it in there. There's a swing and miss. It worked.
That's usually all it takes, Nathan.
That's in there for a called strike. So the count now 2-2. There's a fly ball to second base as Aiden Perez makes out number 2. Pitch number 1 is in there for a ball. Looked good from here, but umpire didn't think so. There's a swing and miss for strike 1. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. So the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. There's a called strike 3.
6 up, 6 down for him in 2 innings there, Nathan.
You can be a proud daddy on that one. He put it in there, Joe. So after the top part of the 5th is done, Summertown still leads 6-5. We'll be back shortly.
Leading things off in the bottom of the 5th for Summertown is number 1, Knox Calton. First pitch to him is high for a ball. I'm going to say he's going to try to get a bunt down, Nathan.
Hey, if he gets on, I'm happy with a bunt or a home run.
Well, the 1-0 hit on the ground to first. First baseman fields it, makes the out at first base for out number 1.
I got to give him this. He's made contact every bat.
I'm just glad to see him make contact.
Get out or not, if you make contact, you did your part.
Next up for Summertown is number 52, Jake Pettis. First pitch to Pettis is high for ball 1. One-0 pitch is hit hard to third. Third baseman makes the play, makes the throw for out number 2.
Third baseman was right on it and made a good throw.
Good play by the third baseman there on that one. Next up, number 25, Elijah Huckabee. First pitch to him is rifled foul down the third base line. Oh, 1 pitch to Huckabee. Low and inside for ball 1. One pitch is high for ball 2. Two 1 pitch is inside for ball 3.
Elijah needs to look for something to drive right here. As a pitcher will be looking to throw a strike.
Yeah, 3-1 count. He's got to be on top of it right here. As he snubs that one towards the third baseman, makes a great play on it and throws him out at first base for out number 3. After 5 innings, your score is Summertown 6, Mount Pleasant 5. We'll be back in the top of the 6th.
Welcome back here to the top part of the 6th inning. As Summertown leads 6-5. First pitch from Knox is a little outside for ball 1. Pitch number 2 is swung on and missed for strike 1. Pitch is a ball outside. It's a called strike on the outside corner, so the count now 2-2. That's popped straight up. It does drop as the catcher calls it, so the runner will be safe at first base. This is the lead off here. I'm going to say you can look for a bunt. So we're going to look for a bunt here, Joe. Try to move that runner up.
I would agree.
Knox picks over to first. He's back safe.
He's not getting very big of a lead with the lefty.
He does square the bunt and fouls it off for strike number 1. Runner takes second on that pitch, which was a ball. So they'll have a runner on second base now with no outs. Pitch is fouled off behind their dugout, out of play. That ball is hit fair off the third baseman's glove. Jake Pettis is on it quick from left field to hold him at second base, so they'll have runners on at first and second now with no outs.
Need to find an out here, Nathan. As the batter squares to bunt it.
Fouls it off, out of play. He squared the bunt there, and I wasn't sure if he got it back in time or not. I do think he caught it a ball. Yeah, the count now 1-1. Pitch is a ball. The count now 2-1. There's a swing and miss for strike number 2. Strikeout would be nice right here, Joe.
Yeah, let's see if he can make something happen.
That ball was chopped to the pitchers. Knox was able to make a play at first base for out number 1. Mount Pleasant to have runners at second and third now with 1 out. Coach Burleson is going to come out for a mound visit, so we'll take a quick break. Welcome back here in the top of the 6th inning. Summertown leads Mount Pleasant 6-5. Mount Pleasant has runners on second and third with 1 out. Graham Howe will be pitching now for Summertown as Foster Paley will be behind the plate.
First appearance outside of JV, right?
First pitch is outside for ball number 1. Joe, we're going to have some strikes here.
Yeah. We really don't need those 2 runners scoring.
It's on the outside corner for called strike 1. The batter, Carson Howe, we got his dad sitting up here. I think he's a little nervous right now. That pitch was a ball, so the count now 2-1. That's fouled off of his leg.
So this is a cousin-on-cousin matchup.
So the count now 2-2.
Let's see which one can win the battle.
Pitch is outside for ball number 3, so that makes a full count here with runners on second and third. Pitch is outside for ball number 4, so the bases will be loaded here for Mount Pleasant. Our infield will stay in for a ground ball to where they can get to force that home. And he gets hit in the back with the first pitch, so that will tie the game. It's 6 apiece.
This is his first appearance this season. In our varsity.
That pitch is in there for strike number 1.
Catcher Foster Paley he's going to have to work back there. Anything in the dirt,
It's a called strike looking.
as they got a fast kid over on third base.
It's swung on and hit to second base. He does throw home for the force out. So they will not score on that hit.
Good play there.
So the bases are still loaded here for Mount Pleasant, as our infield will go back to normal depth with 2 outs. Joe, if we can get out of it right here with an out and nobody else scoring, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I would agree.
There's the first pitch looking for strike 1.
Nice pitch right there.
Just swing and miss for strike 2.
It's a big pitch right here.
So Mount Pleasant's down to their last strike here of the inning. That's swung on and a fly ball. And Aiden Perez will make the play for out number 3.
Good range there by Aiden Perez.
So the top part of the 6th complete. The score is now tied, Mount Pleasant 6, Summertown 6. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading things off for Summertown is Max Dillard. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. One 0 pitch is fouled out of play for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch fouled back out of play. That'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. As I think that ball landed in the tree and didn't come down. Pitch is inside for ball 2. Even your count up at 2-2. Pitch is low in the dirt for ball 3. That'll bring it to full count.
We need to lead off on here.
Yeah, Max needs to be on base. As that pitch is hot shot down the third base line, just foul. Good contact on that one there, Nathan.
Yes, sir. If it had been inside there, another 3 or 4 inches, looked like it had a fair ball.
Count still full. As that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. That'll be your first out of the inning. Bottom half of the inning. Next up for Summertown is number 5, Aidan Perez. He fouls the ball out of play behind the first base dugout. Oh, 1 pitch is squared to bunt for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch, high for a ball. Brings your count to 1-2. One-two pitch. Lifted foul out of play down the first base side. Count stays 1-2.
Here we go, A.
One-two pitch. High and inside for ball 2. Nice looking breaking ball there by the pitcher from Mount Pleasant, Nathan.
Yeah, it was too close for comfort, too. I thought he was going to ring him up on that one.
The 2-2 pitch. Hot shot to third. Third baseman makes the play on it. Gets by the first baseman. Perez will advance to second base. We've got a runner on second with 1 out. Stepping into the box will be number 17, Ryder Blackwood. See if Ryder can't put something in play here and advance this runner on to third base. First pitch is low in the dirt for ball 1. Gets by the catcher. Runner will advance to third.
Yeah, we just got to get him in.
Got to get him across the plate. Got a runner on third with 1 out. 1-0 count. That pitch is low and in the dirt for ball 2. 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed for strike one.
Here we go, Ryan.
2-1 pitch is low outside for ball 3. We'll have a 3-1 count. That pitch is high for ball 4. We will have a runner first and third, 1 out for catcher Graham Howell. Pitcher Graham Howell, sorry.
He can help himself big right here on the mound to knock these two right here in.
I'm going to say Blackwood's going to go on first pitch here.
Call that a strike.
He does. First pitch is inside for strike 1. Got runners second and third, 1 out.
Base here is going to score 2.
Here we go, G.
Oh. He did.
Pitch is inside for strike number 2.
Both of those were inside.
The 0-2 pitch outside for ball 1. Brings your count to 1-2. One-two pitch, low and inside for ball 2.
It almost looked like it had hit him in the feet.
I thought it might have.
I think if Graham would have went out of there hobbling, I think he'd have got it. I'd rather see him get a good base hit here.
Yeah,
Get a couple runs in.
I'd rather see him put the bat on the ball. That pitch is lifted down the first base line. Foul out of play. Count stays 2-2. Two pitch is low and in the dirt for ball 3. He'll have a full count. Got to be looking for something to hit here, Nathan, but we can't chase anything. So that pitch hits him. Takes him to a full count just to get hit.
So we got bases loaded now with 1 out.
For number 10, Cecil Williams. We've got fairly decent speed on all 3 bases here, Nathan. And speed at the plate.
So they're coming in to try to get a out of the plate and fill in.
Their corner infielders are in. Hoping for a play at the plate as that ball is fouled down the third base side. Base runners are going to have to get a good jump here on anything hit on the ground to the infield. Mount Pleasant will make a mound visit here.
We're going to take a quick break.
All right, after the timeout there, we've got bases loaded, 1 out. 0-1 count for Cecil Williams. That pitch is behind him, into the net. Runner from third, Aiden Perez, will score. The other two base runners advance. Makes your score Summertown 7, Mount Pleasant 6. Got runners second, third, one out. 1-1 count. One pitch. Hit hard to third base. Fields it, makes the play at 1. That'll be out number 2.
I thought he was supposed to go home on that one, don't you?
And we did
Well,
score
he
a
did
run.
score a
there.
run there. It'll be 8-6 Summertown. Runner at third, 2 outs for Braden Keaton. Pitch is inside for ball 1. Nathan, I'd like to see him lift something right out here towards us.
Me too.
Big old gap between right and center fielder. 1-0 pitch is high for ball 2. As that pitch is lifted into center field, center fielder will make the catch for out number 3. So after 6 innings, your score is Summertown 8, Mount Pleasant 6. We'll be back in the top of the 7th shortly.
Welcome back here to the top of the 7th inning as Summertown leads 8-6.
Got to try to put it away right here, Nathan.
First pitch, strike 1. Pitch number 2 is hit to short. Blackwood fields it, throws on the first for out number 1.
Nice play there to come through the baseball on that one.
Batter number 2 steps in now, takes a called strike.
That's the pitch you don't want to watch your batters take.
Pitch number 2 is fouled off behind the plate. So Graham ahead in the count now, 0-2 with 1 out. It's another foul ball. It is a called strike 3, so that'll be Graham's first strikeout of the game for him.
Big out number 2 there.
So 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Mount Pleasant is down to their last out. I believe this is the 9-spot hitter coming in.
Yeah, that looks like leadoff standing over on deck.
First pitch will be a called strike looking. Be a called ball on the outside of the plate. A swing and miss for strike 2.
See if Graham can't get us out of it with a pitch right here, Nathan.
One pitch will do it. It's a ball outside off the catcher's right shin guard. So the count now 2-2. There'll be a swing and miss for strike 3 as Summertown will advance to tomorrow's tournament after winning this game 8-6, which will play in Richland tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Thank you all for watching, and we are signing off.